Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well. Good afternoon, guys. Hope everyone is doing well. Are you guys ready for today? Big day ahead of us. A lot of news coming in, guys. A lot of news coming in. Honestly, a big day ahead of us. Okay, there you. Let me just quickly remove this here on the screen. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day been so far? Good afternoon, good morning to everyone based in the US. Well, it really depends, right, where you're based. Oh, geez, price actually popped up all the way back up. Like the previous intraday ended up closing super bearish, though. You guys see it, right? And then the price just popped all the way back up again. But good afternoon. Nuno, bro, take over. I'll be back. Just quickly going to go grab my coffee, okay? I'll be right back, bro. It's all you.
All right. Hello, guys. How are you? Let me see. Jay, Melly, Khalid. How are you, guys? How are you? Should be a very nice day. Should be a very nice day. Yeah, I'm gonna have news in 7 minutes, then news in 22 minutes, and more news at 3. Should be a very volatile day, man. Afternoon, my bro. Uber, how are you? How are you guys? Ready to kill the markets today. Should be a very nice day. Let's go. Tired today, man. What's happening, bro? Why are you tired? You sleep late? Bro, I'm gonna tell you the secret sauce for the tiredness, you know? Secret sauce, bro. You wake up in the bed, you drink like a cup or two of water, and you take a cold shower, bro. You'll be great, bro. At least like 5 minutes, 5 minutes of a cold shower. It's crazy. You wake up in like 2 seconds. Yeah, man. I take a dive in the pool almost every day when I wake up. I wake up, straight water, and then a dive in the pool, like cold water, you know? Good afternoon, Samir. How are you, bro? But Jay, what's happening, Jay? You didn't sleep well? What's happening? Tell me. Afternoon, people, with my brother. You better, like, the link was on private Discord, bro. I think you are a private member, right? You better, yeah. Yeah, bro. Never mix well, bro. Yeah. I always try to average like at least 8 hours, 7, 8 hours of sleep, you know? Because when I sleep too much, I kind of feel tired, you know? Need to be like in 7, 8 hours, you know? That's what I say, Jay. You you average. Selena, can you mute the mic, please? Okay, Felix. Hello, Felix. How are you? How are you, my bro? For the new people here, you can always say something in the chat. If we have new people here, say hi, say something. It'll be a very nice day. Yeah, guys, probably today we're gonna extend a little bit the session because we have plenty of news. Hey, Tayo, you new here? I just stumbled on the chat. Oh, looks like we have new people here today. Yeah. Yeah, Felix, the GA is taking his fuel. Is probably gonna like he's here on the next 2-3 minutes probably. Yeah. His fuel is caffeine. It's caffeine. Caffeine hit. Best place to stumble, my friend. Yes, my bro Samir. My brother, my brother. So, guys, looks like we're gonna have news in 2 minutes. Let's see what market does. Minutes, 2 minutes, guys. Okay, let's make. Hey, no. That's your bro who made the analysis is the A, you know. So let's wait just a little bit for him. He's taking his coffee, you know. So let's wait a little bit. We just start to analyze the markets around 1:30. So we have plenty of time. You guys know why. You guys know why we start analyzing the markets at 1:30. How long do you stay alive? Normally, bro, it depends. Imagine, normally when we have news at 3, you know, we stay a little bit longer, you know. But normally, probably till 3. It depends. It really depends of the trades that we take. If we made our targets, you know, all about that, you know. Hi from Indonesia. Hello, William. Damn, Indonesia. Yeah, guys, say me here in the chat. Where you watching us? What country? Say us. William is from Indonesia. Cream. Hello, Cream, bro. How are you, man? Cream has been taking fire trades. I've seen him on Insta. Very nice. Let's go, guys. Yeah. Yeah, news dropping. Sheesh. How much pips? Damn, 60 pips in 1 minute. 17 pips. Damn. What a drop, guys. No FOMO, guys. No FOMO. Don't fall in the FOMO with the news.
Nuno, we need to send the link to Raj as well.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Can I send you on Insta?
Sure, you can send it to me on Insta, bro. I'll forward it to Raj. Thank you, bro. Good afternoon, team. Good afternoon. Big day ahead of us, guys. Massive day ahead of us. Got so much news coming in today. Literally, that's the first news event, and then we've got more news coming in at 1:30. So, again, everyone knows the drill. Thank you, my bro. Really appreciate it. Everyone knows the drill. We will be staying out of the markets for the first half an hour. We are not interested in anticipating when there is a lot of news flow in the markets. We will wait for our confirmations. Let me just send. Okay, all done. What's happening, Moss? What's happening, Samir? How are you, Selena? Hope everyone is doing well. What's up, Khalid, Rodriguez, Jay, Ayub, Uber, Jay, Oko, T4, Samir, Amir, William, Krim. Morning. How are you, brother? All good, waiting for the goal? Yes, sir. And Emad. Hope everyone is doing well. If I've missed anyone's name and you guys are watching us, let me know, guys. It's always good to know who's watching us. So good afternoon to all. Let us know in the YouTube live chat if you are watching us. Just say hello so we know who's watching. Today will be amazing. The amount of news flow we will have in the markets will be insane. So we've got unemployment claims coming up at around 1:30, right? The minute we get the unemployment claims, that's when we should start looking for our setups, right? Hopefully 15 minutes after the unemployment claims. Again, we do need to analyze the market. Seems like the intraday just went from being bullish to bearish real quick. Holy drop, bro. Jeez, look at this drop. Damn, it dropped like 100 pips. That's crazy, man. Yeah, gold is dumping. That's correct. Gold is dumping, which is really good for us, though. I mean, that's the thing, right? With the news flow, like we need to kind of just let it do its thing, really. And yeah, once it kind of like does what it's supposed to do, because the thing is, right, there's no point of analyzing the markets at the moment. Nuno, can you answer this question for me? Why is there no point of us analyzing the markets right now, right at this moment?
Because the news and the daily runs is changing, So we're gonna be analyzing daily lows and gonna be new daily lows, and even with the news like too much like spikiness, doesn't make sense for us to like analyze the markets at the moment. Because imagine if you make daily lows now, it's gonna be new daily lows again,
Exactly. And again, we trade within the daily range.
Daily range, exactly.
Bro, this is dropping.
It's going crazy.
Jeez, this is going crazy, man. Holy. I mean, the more it drops, the better for us, right? Because that correction will be sweet. Oh boy, this is dropping. Damn, bro, my caffeine hasn't even kicked in yet. Gold needs to relax. How's everyone doing, though? Again, guys, you've been trading with us for a while now. You know we have zero FOMO in our system because we understand our strategy very well. We are very well-rounded traders, right? We are made for this. We're built for this, right? And we're, again, very well-rounded. So we are sort of ready for any sort of thing market throws our way. So when you know that, you just stay out of the markets and let it do its thing. Again, got news coming in at 1:30 in the next 9 minutes. As soon as we have the numbers, obviously with unemployment claims, the numbers, it depends, right? But with ADP non-farm employment change, the numbers were super positive. Like, this is relatively very positive compared to the forecasted numbers, right? When I say super positive, again, it's very relative, but compared to the forecasted numbers, that's like double, man. That's crazy. That's insanely positive, right? So it just depends now what they do with obviously unemployment claims. See what they do with unemployment claims. From there, we shall, obviously align the technicals with the fundamentals, right? Again, on the monthly though, one thing we need to understand is that we have this wick fill area to the downside on the monthly, right? This is something which we can most definitely retest, because again, remember, we are anticipating the monthly to give us that sustainable upper wick, right? And it was very close to sort of retesting that level, but let's just say, cool, the upper wick is done. Let's just say it's sustainable. This is where they've taken out a lot of liquidity, which again was something we anticipated yesterday. Remember, you guys, I was telling you, look, anything above this is not a sustainable breakout. We will wait for some sort of a sell-off to form, and then later during, I think it was past 3 o'clock when the market started to sell off, right? It was after 3 or... Okay, it was NYSE, apologies. With NYSE, we saw the dump starting, right? And then I think with 3 o'clock, you sort of got the pullback, and yeah, market just went crazy yesterday, right? So you guys can see we are actually in a downtrend at this point, right? In the market. Again, two possibilities on the monthly time frame, because at the moment there is no point of us looking at anything lower than the monthly time frame, right? That's the most important thing we can pay attention to at the moment, because we've got this week, next week, the week after. So we basically got the next 3 weeks, right, before the monthly comes to a closure. So in the next 3 weeks, what are the possibilities which we can see on the monthly? Well, the previous monthly actually did end up closing quite bearish, right? And what we have seen now is we've seen this monthly actually giving us the upper wick, retest of this rejection area. Again, look at this rejection area here to the left, which we have retested on the monthly. We also violated the weekly highs around this area, right? So again, what happens when you start to break above a certain key level? Well, you're grabbing a lot of liquidity, right? Again, it's a game of orders. So it makes plenty of sense for them to now start dropping the price, since they have grabbed a lot of orders. They've got the cheapest price possible, which is one of the concepts we use. And again, they've got to take your money. They took everyone's money here, right? And now they can drop the price. Well, on the monthly now, again, what is our target? Well, in the monthly, our target is obviously the wick fill area, but again, we can't just blindly start aiming for the wick fill area. We do need to pay attention to these major key levels which we are approaching. So the major key level which we are approaching is the 1905 to 1906 level. Why is 1905 a major key level for us? Not only that we can see this here holding as a major resistance level on the monthly, rejecting here, it's also our $5 key level, right? We understand how gold trades. Gold reacts to these $5 key levels, right? Because these are your psychological levels. You've got the major psychological levels and you've got the minor psychological levels. Obviously, every $5 is your intraday psychological level, right? Because it's very achievable on the intraday. And then you've got your major psychological levels being the 1900 to 2000, and I fully just dropped my coffee cup. Then you've got your major psychological levels being the 1900s and the 2000s, right? So again, if we do start to go past that key level, which is the $5 key level, then yeah, 1900 is a safe bet. We can most definitely retest it. But again, this is just our perspective on the monthly, right? Now we've got another very high impact news folder dropping, which is again unemployment claims in the next 4 minutes 42 seconds, right? It really just depends what the numbers are like, because news can fundamental and change the direction of gold. Exactly, you are completely right, my friend Amir. That's the thing with news, right? What news can do is news can actually change your whole bias within a second because of the numbers, right? So, you know, that's why we stay out of the markets. We don't have any sort of FOMO, right? This is where a lot of people will start to get FOMO. We understand our daily ranges on gold because we are experienced. You know, we've been doing this for years. We understand that there is no point of us actually jumping into the markets when you've literally got news coming in another 4 minutes. So let's say, right, what is a major possibility of something happening if the trade goes against you if you have entered the markets before news? Nuno, can you answer that for me, please? If you
Well,
are in a trade and news drops and the trade goes against you, what's one thing that can happen which can really F up your trading account?
slippage.
There we go. There we go. Especially when you are dealing with a lot of capital, slippage is your worst enemy, guys. Slippage is your worst enemy. Hopefully everyone knows by now what slippage is, because we have been telling you guys literally on daily basis, avoid slippage if you can. And again, you know, we trade news. You guys can see we trade news, but it's not that we blindly just start trading news. We actually wait for our confirmations, right? Because we do not want any sort of slippage to occur. You know, you have to always keep your capital protected at all cost, and that's all we do, right? We keep our capital protected and try and survive another day, right? That's what trading is about. You need to think about the next day. So I wanna survive to trade tomorrow, right? So I need to be in a right psychological state for tomorrow. So I'm thinking about tomorrow. I'm not even thinking about now. I'm thinking about tomorrow. It's like, okay, cool. What are the steps that I need to take now so I can survive to trade tomorrow and I'll be in a good mental state? It just means that I need to have patience. I need to stick to my trading plan and trade what I know works for me and not just jump into anything that the markets throw my way and act like a, you know, just not act like a pro. I need to act like a pro here, right? I need to perform. Let's go to the tracking sheet. We have all our scenarios here. Let's go all the way down, all the way down. Damn, bro, we've got so much here now. If you're in our private team and you have access to all of this information, guys, you better be taking advantage of this. Honestly, this is key information. Honestly, key information. And all of these scenarios are actual scenarios which play out. And you know, these are not scenarios from 10-20 years ago. These are like scenarios which play out during these market conditions, right? So this is key information, updated information that you need if you want to become successful with trading gold, right? Okay, another 2 minutes left. Again, we understand what's happening on the monthly. Monthly is about to retest this major level, being the 1906 key level, 1905, 1906. Once we do start to clear 1906, 1905, we've got the major psychological level down here being the 1900. A lot of the institutions have like algos in place, right? So how it works is obviously they've got manual traders managing these algos and EAs, right? But what happens is a lot of the time, like the execution is done through algos, right? So most of these algos will trade based off the psychological. So you also can call these psychological levels. A lot of people call these the bank levels or whatever, right? You want to call it. Talks about mindset. Talk about mindset. Yeah, we will talk about mindset once we are done here, but at the moment we need to stay focused, right? But again, a lot of these people, there are a lot of terms people use to describe these levels, right? Psychological levels, institutional levels, levels that banks use. Like there's many terms people use, but just, you know, it's good to understand the concepts of these levels, right? Let's not just give these levels a fancy name. Let's actually understand what these levels are there for, right? So now we understand the concept. So again, if we know that this is a major psychological level, guess what? Price can most definitely come down to this level because they can either execute some sort of orders here to the top side, or they can take some sort of profits here, right? So again, if the orders have been executed from up there, which again being the cheapest price possible, right, on the intraday highs are all the way up here, then guess what? The profit taking level will be either your again the major key level which we are retesting now, but if we do start to go past this 1905, 1904 level, then obviously we're coming down for 1900. Keeping it very simple. How big is the daily range now? The daily has moved about 200 pips, which is perfect, and now the news has dropped. I think the numbers are probably positive. Let me know if you guys have the numbers. It takes usually 2 minutes.
It's kind of the same numbers. Yeah. Not really
or slightly positive. Okay, pretty much what was expected, forecasted numbers. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect for us. Well, there we go. Now we have all the numbers, no major differences here compared to the forecasted numbers, which is amazing. We've got the next news event, news folder dropping at 3 o'clock, and until 3 o'clock now, guys, is clean price action for us. So let's just now again play the game of probabilities, right? We understand that the intraday range has moved a lot, roughly more than 200 pips at this point, right? If I'm not incorrect. There we go. It's moved about 220 pips. We are again about to retest this major psychological level of ours, being the 1905. The max pullback we should see in the markets is 1904. It should not go past 1904 if we are rejecting the 1905 psychological level, right? But if we start to go past 1904, then we again understand that 1900, there's a major possibility of us retesting 1900, right? Are you on Telegram? Well, we are on Discord. The Discord link is in the live chat. So look, now as traders, right, what can we trade? Well, first of all, what we need to understand is that we are trading at intraday lows, right? So the daily is actually quite bearish, but again, you know, every candle has a job to do, right? I believe that the daily has done its job now. You know, it's given you a clean drop on the intraday, and so the daily, in my opinion, has done its job. So let's go down to, actually let's scale up to the weekly now before we do anything else. Well, realistically, if you actually look at this, right, the weekly is bearish. What they have done is they have generated some sort of liquidity, and now they've actually given you that sort of dump, right? Even going based off the previous weekly, I'm pretty sure you are trading below that 50% level, right? So again, on the weekly point of view, we are actually super bearish in the markets, right? And even on the daily, we are super bearish. Even on the 4H, we are super bearish. So what's the smartest thing we can do as traders? Well, guess what? Let's look for those corrections to the top side and start selling the markets. Very simple, right? Either we look for the correction to the top side and start selling the market, or we start looking for a fake out to start forming from the lows and start looking for a retest of the intraday highs. These are the two things which we can trade as traders, right? We've got the daily lows all the way here. The daily lows are the daily highs are all the way up there, and let's now mark out the 50% of this daily range. And let me just quickly mark this out, and I'll show you guys what I am looking for. So again, what's the smartest thing we can do as traders? Stick with the trend. So how can we stick with the trend? Well, let's just wait for a correction back up to the 50% level, and let's start selling the markets once it gives us some sort of a confirmation from up there, right? What am I doing here, man? What would the target be? The target will be the daily lows, because again, we've got a 200 pip range. Is actually bigger than 200 pips at this point now, right? So even if it gives us that correction up to the 50% level on the daily, that should be a 100 pip correction, even more than 100 pips, right? So if we can catch the markets from the halfway through, the halfway mark on the daily, then guess what? That's roughly more than 100 pips to the downside. But it really depends also of a confirmation we get. Either it will be a retest, resistance, and we start selling the markets, or it will be a clean fake out, right? So this will be your 1916.29. There we go. Very simple now. All we do is we wait for this to set up, and once it does set up, we take it downtown. Again, as I said, guys, two things can take place. Either a pullback, we get some sort of a confirmation up here, and we start selling the markets. We've got such a clean range to the downside, right? Or we need something in terms of, when I say something else, I would say in terms of a buy position, we need something above this forming, right? Maybe with the new 4H, we can see our support candle. Maybe some sort of a support candle forming above the 50% area, then you've got a clean range to the top side, right? But again, the smartest thing you can do as a trader is stick with the trend. You want to trade with the momentum, right? So at the moment, we can see clearly the momentum is to the downside. Nothing is screaming buys, right? Everything says sells. So why would I start looking for buy positions? Only thing I need to do is, as a trader, look for a pullback, look for a correction, and start selling the markets, because I would never sell the lows. That's so silly. Why would I sell the lows? I would never sell the lows, but again, I will sell the markets once it comes to my area of interest. Where is my area of interest? Again, it's the area that we have left behind. The break of structure, actually, where did we see a break of structure appearing? Guess what? The break of structure happened literally at this level here, right? 1914, again, 1914, 1915, major psychological level once again. And so if we can align this $5 psychological level, being the 1915 level, with this break of structure level, that's giving us two confluences, right? And guess what? Everything else is quite bearish. Your weekly is bearish, your daily is bearish, your monthly is bearish. That's three confluences now that price can give us some sort of a decent sell-off from this area, right? So now we've got three confluences, and that's where we just need a confirmation. So, you know, you've got a lot of like entries here, right? We've got a lot of criterias for entries. You've got the 30-minute entries, the 15-minute breather candle. There's so many entries we've got, right? We've got plenty and plenty of entries. So all we need to do is we need to wait for a pullback, see one of our entries here, and start selling the markets. So simple. Keep it very simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate anything. Again, am I interested in taking anything to the downside? Absolutely not. You know, gold has moved more than 200 pips. I am not interested in selling the daily lows. That is so silly. That is so silly. All it will take is for gold to retest one of these key levels and reject, and the rejection will be so major that it would cause the nastiest slippage if you actually do trade against the trend, right? So even when you are trading against the trend, because you are trading gold and it's a super volatile pair, you can still get slippage even if it's normal price action, right? And there are no fundamentals involved. It depends how big the daily range is. If you're selling the lows, you know, this is where they are essentially trying to grab orders, right? So if you're sort of going against the order flow, you are going to be humbled. So just be patient, you know, and we'll take it when the time is right. But at the moment, I don't see anything that we can trade. Yeah, it was a clean fundamental play to the downside, and if we are to look for a U-turn, well, the U-turn needs to obviously give us some sort of, they need to give us some sort of confirmation from here and some sort of a confirmation up here. So that's when I can anticipate a U-turn, a reversal to the top side, right? Otherwise, again, we are sticking with the trend. So if we want to stick with the trend, what are we looking for once again? Well, if I can annotate this on the screen, keeping it very simple, everything is bearish. I've shown you guys everything, the monthly perspective, the weekly perspective, the daily perspective, and we can also see the 4H, right? Super bearish. So again, what are we looking for? We are looking for a pullback, right? Again, this being our area of interest. This is the area which we have left behind, right? We saw a break of structure appearing at this key level, being the 1915 $5 key level as well. And all we do now is we wait for some sort of a pullback, and you know, maybe some sort of a breather candle forming here. It could be a bullish breather candle, which is completely fine. And the minute we start to break the lows of this bullish breather candle, price has no business coming back up anymore. Then we are anticipating a new low to start forming. Again, if we are in a downtrend, then we need to start forming low lows and low highs, right? So again, waiting for some sort of a decent pullback, retest this area here, because look, two ways this can play out, right? Whenever you leave our area behind, either the break of structure is valid or the break of structure is not valid. So if the break of structure is invalid, then this whole thing here becomes a fake out, right? Then guess what? If this whole move to the downside is not sustainable and price cannot sustain itself below 1915, then guess what? We're coming up to retest the daily highs and most likely go past the daily highs, since we've got the 1930 level creeping all the way up here, right? Again, another major psychological level. So at this point now, it's just a waiting game. We've got different scenarios which we have discussed now. It's just a waiting game now. Kind of just need to let them play out, and as soon as they set up, we'll give it a go. And again, you've got the new 4H coming up in the next 21 minutes, right? If I'm not wrong, yeah, the next 21 minutes we've got the new 4H coming up. And what happens with the new 4H, right? Let me again annotate. As an example, this is the new 4H candle. Let's just say it gave you a retest of 1900. Now guess what? You will have the 4H range. You can start looking for opportunity within. So let's say now you've got this 4H range. right? You understand how candlesticks work. If it starts to go past the 50% area, it will most likely retest the upper wick area. And if it breaks the upper wick area, it will most likely retest the 50% area of the previous 4H, which again being the area of interest for us on the intraday, the area which we have left behind, right? The break of structure area. So again, understand that in the next 20 minutes or so, you will get a new range with the new 4H. And yeah, we're just looking for ranges to trade within at the moment. The daily is still dropping, which is again something we all have expected. If the numbers are positive, it will drop, and numbers are positive, but it's just not our trade to take at the moment. You know, just have to stay out of this and wait for our confirmations. It's not our trade to take at the moment. It's very, very simple. Stick to your setups, and as long as you can do that, trust me guys, the markets will not humble you. So again, the setup which I am anticipating, either 4H double bottom. We've traded this numerous times, so everyone should have a lot of confidence trading this alongside us. Daily 50% retest. If we do form the 4H double bottom, daily 50% retest, D50% retest. There we go. And then once we have a daily 50% retest, either a D50% rejection, or we can just say fake out, right? Fake out is the same thing as the rejection. Oh, it's not, but pretty much this is where your daily 50% fake out can form. If they do give us that fake out, then guess what? D lows retest. So you guys can see this, right? We're anticipating a retest to the top side first, and then we are anticipating a retest to the downside first. But if the retest to the top side, again, it's actually a fake out. Like, let me give you an example, right? So what we are anticipating is, we're anticipating price to start rejecting whenever it's ready to reject, right? It could be this level, it could be this level. I don't know. I'm not an inside trader. No one here is. We don't know where price will go, right? We can just wait and see what confirmations we get, and we have different confluences we use. That's all we do as traders. Like, you know, we don't have any control in the markets, right? So when the price is ready to actually reject, now guess what? You know, we will look for a retest of the daily 50% area, which again, I need to change now since price has dropped even more and the daily range is a little bit bigger, right? So once we have a retest, two things will happen here. Either it will actually respect this key level and start to sell off again, then guess what? This becomes our target, the daily lows, or it will actually start to break past this area, right? It will, rather than rejecting it, it will just break it. So if we do see a breakout appearing here, then guess what? We're coming up to the daily highs. So you see, we've got this whole daily range to trade within. And now we just need to wait for our confirmations, because why would you want to sell the daily lows here when it has dropped more than 200 pips and you're retesting these psychological levels? You've got the major psychological level here as well. It's just a silly thing that you can do selling the markets right now, unless you've got a £1 million account and you want to place stop losses all the way above the monthly highs and just want to start spamming orders, and you don't care. You know, it goes against you, start hedging it. If it goes up, start buying. If it goes down, start selling. You can do that, but you know, we are here taking very calculated positions, right? And we stick to one trade a day, so precision is a must for us. So personally, we will be staying out of the markets. Let's change the daily range once again. The daily 50% has also moved. Guys, someone needs to find me this Fibonacci where like it just marks up the daily highs and the daily lows and the 50% area. There has to be some sort of a Fibonacci indicator that just literally gives you the daily highs, the daily lows, and the daily 50% levels. I know there has to be one, because it will just make our life 10 times easier, honestly. So if anyone knows a Fibonacci indicator that automatically will start to mark out the daily highs, the daily lows, and the daily 50%, let me know, because we don't actually use the Fibonacci's. I'm just marking out the daily range. That's all I'm doing. So that's your 15.21. So yeah, again, look, it aligns perfectly now. The daily 50% area aligns perfectly with that area which we have left behind, right? Again, now, if the new 4H actually opens and it starts to give you a break above this, you've got about 36 pips to the top side. So there is a potential buy position setting up as well, because we are anticipating a retest up there. So also keep something like that in your mind, and we can always use a 15-minute SL, right? So if this 15-minute can give us maybe a support next one, breaks the highs and turns into that sort of a breakout candle to the top side, which will retest the daily 50% area, that could be opposition to the top side as well. for, because again, it is rejecting from this psychological level, right? So keep that in your mind. There are many positions setting up because we've got a major rejection area here, which is again the 1902, 1905, and 1900. Especially if we reject from 1900, guess what, guys? This can start to turn into a rocket ship. And if gold turns into a rocket ship today, best believe it will give you a very nice pump, because again, you have a massive daily range. You guys can see it for your own self. It's a 250 pip range on the daily. So if you can even capitalize on this correction scenario up to the daily 50%, it's perfect. Honestly, it is perfect. So this is where you need to now start thinking about it. Okay, cool. I want to time the markets. When can I time it? Guess what? With the new 4H open, usually is a one-sided play, right? And there will be a lot of volatility that kicks in with the new 4H. The new 4H is in the next 14 minutes. So if we can get this confirmation here now, if this 15-minute candle can actually establish some sort of a support, and the next 15-minute breaks above this area, I recommend that we give it a go with the buy position, right? But let's see the SOs. The SOs will be a little bit bigger. It'll be roughly about, but you do, that's the thing though, you do have the range to the top side, because again, remember, we're only targeting the 50% area on the first position, and if it goes right, essentially this is what I'm interested in. But again, I kind of want to secure majority of my profits here at 1915, and then from there start looking for a sell-off again. So again, something like this. First, a breakout trade up here. If this closes as a bullish candle, forming a support, retesting the 1905 level, again, psychological level, giving us some sort of a breakout with the 4H. We understand with the 4H now, there will be a lot of volatility in the markets, and they need to give you some sort of a retest of this area anyway, right? And so that's where we just take our profits out and then see if they want to give you a retest of the daily highs, or again, start selling the markets, right? If they want to start selling the markets, we start selling the markets from here as well. Very simple. We just do what the markets want to do, right? Rather than going against the markets. Is gold going up? Is gold going up? I don't know if gold is going up, bro. We will find out. We will find out. We want gold to go up because I want to take a buy position from up here, right? So let's set an alert up here as well. Hopefully gold goes up, because I would like to see gold going up as well, because then we can take our breakout scenario, right? So again, 5 pips above this with the new 30 minutes, right? Because this is also your 30-minute highs, right? That being the entry, let's say. Yeah. Okay, makes perfect sense. And we can start targeting this area, because it will give you plenty of range to even start making your trades risk-free, right? So it's just a waiting game now. That's one scenario which I am interested in. Otherwise, I think price can still drop down to your 1900 level, and then from there maybe start rejecting. We will see. Time will tell. Only got 12 minutes left before the new 4H. Nuno, what's the like goal today before we can press the red button and you can call the market makers?
I'd go 50.
50 likes today, right?
I'd go 50. Yeah.
Okay, 50 likes today, guys, and Nuno will press the red button. And you know he's got one more call left. He can make another call. This is the only call he's got left now. So if you guys want Nuno to press the red button, then guess what? Drop a like on the stream. Oh, bro's got the red button. Jeez. Bro, let me make it bigger. Show us now. Show us now. Bro's got the red button. There we go. Drop a like on the stream, guys. Drop a like on the stream, and Nuno will press the red button. And you guys know what happens when he presses the red button. Markets go crazy, man. Markets go crazy. But yeah, look, we've sort of discussed many scenarios now. Should be very beautiful price action today. The more it drops, the better it gets for us, right? Because then you have these major confluences as well, because you're sort of rejecting from these key levels, right? Which I keep on saying, but I want you guys to understand this, right? It should be getting you guys excited, man. So guys, drop a like. Let's hit 50 likes, and if we do hit 50 likes, we will try and give out 2 trades today instead of 1. So only if we can hit 50 likes, right? 10 more minutes left for the new Xauusd to open, right? Again, gold is super low. With the selling pressure, we are probably looking at 1900 zone. Yes, sir. It's again, we've got it marked out here for a reason. Major psychological level. If they do want to drop the price down to 1900, it's better for us, right? The more it drops, the better for us, because then the daily range starts to increase, right? So even if I start to look for the correction scenario, it gives me plenty and plenty of pips to the top side, right? So the more it drops, the better for me, right? Well, this is the mindset difference between us and like our normal retail trader, right? For them, they will be having the craziest amount of FOMO at the moment, but for us, we are actually getting happy. The more it drops, the better it gets, because we know that this is not actually our trade to take. And you know, when look, that's the thing, guys. If you want to be successful in this game, you have to miss out of most of what the market throws your way, right? You have to, 90% of the times, you just have to wait, because if you understand that markets will move so much every single day, right, and you just need that one key trade which will hit your take profit, why would you need to capitalize on every single thing? That's all we do. We just wait for the markets to give us what we are looking for, and we execute on it without hesitation. And that's what trading is about. Especially if you want to do this on a bigger scale, where you're managing like 6-figure funded accounts or 6-figure investor capital, whatever, right? Everyone has their own journey and their own sort of vision with trading. But again, if you want to handle big funds, then guess what, guys? Trust me, you cannot have any sort of reckless behavior. You know, you need to build some sort of a portfolio, right, for other people to see, and then, you know, for them to be like, okay, cool, this guy takes, you know, one trade a day. When he takes a loss, is very much managed, is a calculated loss, and majority of the times he's winning. His R2R is also very positive. His everything's on point. They're not reckless. They only trade one session. See, you want to build a decent portfolio which is sustainable, right? You don't want to be all over the place. You don't want to be a wreck where, oh, guess what? Look at this guy. On Monday, he took 10 trades. On Tuesday, he didn't take any trades. On Wednesday, he took 20 trades. On Thursday, he blew the account up. On Friday, he recovered. Does that make sense? No one wants to invest into someone who's reckless. People want to invest in you only if you are showing them sustainable results, not something reckless, because that says a lot about your character, you know, as a trader. If you are reckless, you know, I would never invest my money into a trader if he's reckless, because I know he's going to blow my money eventually, right? That's why you need to have a lot of emotional control, guys. So again, trading is all about your psychological state. So the kind of psychological state that you need to be in at the moment, it requires you to be very patient. It requires you to just, you know, not feel any sort of emotions because price is dropping. I swear to God, guys, I don't feel any sort of emotions at the moment, even though price is dropping so much, right? Because I know it's not my trade to take. And when my trade sets up, I will take it without hesitation. But at the moment, it's just not here, right? So again, always try and understand how someone who is successful in this business thinks. You know, for us, we understand that we need to stay out of the markets majority of the times, because that's what trading is about. You know, a lot of the times, like, you know, what you see on Insta is actually BS, guys. Trust me, it's not the real deal. And like, you know, that trading, the trader lifestyle of like, you know, you're out on vacations, you got your laptop, you're set in front of a swimming pool, and you've made millions. It doesn't work like that. Trust me, this is probably harder than a 9 to 5. Do you guys agree or disagree? I think what I do is harder than a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you need to have your sanctuary, you know, for trading, like your spot. You can't be trading like on pool, on the night out, you know. Like, imagine you're on a club trading, bro.
Imagine, bro. Yeah, that's so silly. Sense, you know? That's so silly. I see guys, they're at nightclubs trading. I'm like, bro, this guy is not a trader. This guy is not a trader. Because I know personally how hard it is to actually be a successful trader. It is the hardest thing you can ever do. It requires the utmost discipline. I'll be so honest with you guys. You need to be so strict with your sleeping routine. You need to be so strict with what you consume. You need to be so strict with everything, man. Everything needs to be on point. Like, there can't be any crazy fluctuations in your life, right? It has to be very balanced, you know, because everything that you do outside the charts, it reflects onto the charts. Best believe when I say this. If you're out here in the nightclubs, you know, drinking, and you think you're gonna be out here, you know, it's just crazy, man. It's just social media, right? It's just messed up this whole industry, hasn't it? It really has. It really has. This is, I would say, arguably, this is harder than a 9 to 5. Well, obviously, 9 to 5, if you're not passionate about it, it will be miserable. For us, we're very passionate about it. But guys, you know, you will not, like, you know, you're not going to find many people who can sit here on the charts and just look at the lines going up and down and have any sort of passion about this. I love to do this, right? I can sit here all day and look at the charts. I will not get bored. Like, you know, I get bored when I don't look at the charts, right? That's the thing, right? But, you know, you're not going to find many people who would just look at lines going up and down, up and down, up and down, and actually, you know, actually want to do this every single day. So you need to understand, right? It's, again, very relative. But the kind of money that you can make from the markets is insane, guys. Imagine everyone here gets funded in a month or two. You guys actually, you know, put the work in, you understand our strategy, you join our team, join our free Discord, and we help you get funded. By the way, we have helped a lot of people get funded. Let's say you're funded with $100,000 account, right? Guys, you make 3% in a week, you've made $3,000 now. Like, that's how much someone will make in a month going to their 9 to 5. You've made your 3% now. You're like, okay, cool. I've got the money that I need to cover my expenses and the rest. I'm not going to trade the funded account anymore. I'm going to, you know, try and do more challenges. So there we go. You've made your money in a week. Now for the rest of the 3 weeks, you can do more funding challenges. And guess what? By the end of the month, you've got another funded account. And now all of a sudden, you made 3%, and the 3% was $3,000 the first week, and now all of a sudden, second or the third month, the same 3% is $6,000, right? That's how insane trading is, guys. Like, it's crazy the amount of money you can make in this business, right? But again, people try and rush the process. You cannot rush the process. Like, we stayed out of the markets this whole week. Like, Monday we took a trade. Tuesday we did not take a trade. We did not even look at the charts because it was a USD bank holiday. That's not something we trade. It's against our trading plan. But you guys see how we've made it all very systematic, and that's why it works for us. You have to make it systematic, you know? You can't have, you need to kind of like rewire your brain, right? Because we're all sort of like wired to think like, okay, the more you work, the more money you make, the better. You have to be very hardworking. When it comes to trading, you have to do the opposite. You actually have to stay out of the market as much as you can, and you only have to sort of go for the kill when the kill is there, right? When the prey is there. Does that make sense? That's when you go for the kill. If you start going for the kill every day, guys, the markets will humble you on a next level. Trust me when I say this, best believe. You will be humbled by the markets. And I'm saying this from experience because I have blown so many accounts. It's unbelievable, right? This was the first 2 years of my journey. Now I'm like 5 years plus into this, and you know, I've been consistent for the past 2 years. But you know, for the first 2 years, it was the most miserable life I could have ever imagined, right? It was very miserable in my life. It was the worst time of my life. But again, it kind of built me, you know, it builds character. That's the best thing about this. Every day you have to wake up and you have to look at yourself in the mirror. You're like, okay, cool, you messed up today. How can you learn from this? And if you don't learn from your losses and you're like, oh, markets are just out here to get me, you are not going to survive, right? Because you don't like to point your fingers at yourself. You like to find excuses. For us here, we don't find excuses. We will make it happen no matter what. That's the kind of mindset we have, right? Like, you know, if we messed up, it's like, okay, cool, let's learn from our mistakes and let's try and work on it, right? Because that's the kind of mindset you need, honestly, if you want to be successful in this business. You cannot point the fingers at anyone else but yourself. Again, guys, the new 4H is here now, or we've got the next minute. The new 4H is coming up. Again, we've got the daily 50% area up there. You've got the, yeah, let's see. This 30 minutes rejecting as well. Let's give this a go with the new 4H, okay? Because you've got plenty of range to the top side. How big the S? Ooh. That's the SL, man, is throwing me off. That's the only issue. But this is looking perfect, this buy position here now, and that's where your new 4H can just start spiking all the way up now. How big the SO will be if it was to be the lows of this? It's still about 62 pips, isn't it? Yeah. Let's wait for it actually. Maybe 50, because again you'll have to take it on the 5 pip breakout to the top side, so the actual entry will be approximately 5 pips above. Let's see. Let's say your entry is here 1911.43. You know what? Let's give it a go. Let's put the stop loss below the current 30-minute lows. It will be around how many pips? 55 pips, right? I think roughly 55 to 60 pips. Because with the new 4H now, let's say, okay, cool. Give me a second. Let me try and measure this. Let's say your SO is about 5 pips below the lows, 1905.36. And you've got the 5 pip entry up here. Can we make a risk free? Yeah, let's give it a go, because you've got clean range to the top side. On the break of this 5 pip breakout, using the lows here as a SO, because then it has no business breaking its lows, and it's got plenty of room to the top side, we can secure that 50% target. You kind of can make a risk free. Yeah, you've got clean range. You can make a risk free here. As soon as it spikes up on the break of this, it becomes triggered, like entries here. Like entry on the break using the 4H momentum, 5 pips above, stop loss is below the lows, is a high probability trade. You know, it makes a lot of sense. I don't see why they would start rejecting the price now, because they kind of need to give you that sort of deeper retest anyway, right? Especially if they give you this 30-minute confirmation, then they technically have no business rejecting the price. And if they do start to give you a breakout above here, your entry becomes valid, and essentially you've got the 50% target, which is all the way up here. You can make a risk free. Yeah, it makes sense. This is where you want to make a risk free, right? Because from here, this will be essentially about 10 plus pips. You'll start to go into profits here. But let's say you take the 5 pip entry, and this will be 10 pips. Okay, this is where you want to make a risk free. Okay, it makes sense. 12, 7, 60. 12.56. Okay, this is where you kind of make it risk free. It's like a 12 pip entry. This is where you make it risk free, and you let the rest just kind of run. It's like in and out. You're using the 4H momentum to your sort of advantage, right? Because otherwise, if they do want to drop the price, they have no business kind of like breaking above this area, right? You've got plenty of range up to the 4H 50%, even the daily 50%. Yeah, and again, the 4H is usually a one-sided move anyway, so we're kind of using the 4H momentum to our advantage, right? And this thing here now is rejecting from your psychological level as well at this point, right? So it has no business kind of breaking above the 30-minute highs, right? Because that's the confirmation we usually take. And again, as I said, the first trade will be us anticipating a retest of 1915. As soon as 1914, 1915 gets retested, you're kind of like out of this trade. And then you look for that sort of second setup, either above here for another buy position or rejection to the downside, right? It's a very high probability trade. I don't see why this would not work out, right? Everything's there. You've got the rejections now. You need a correction on the intraday. It's very clean price action. You don't have any more fundamentals coming in. On the break of this, again, we understand that the 4H momentum is on our side at this point as well. So everything is there for us to take this position, right? Again, a correction is required. You're rejecting from a psychological level. Everything is there, right? Or another thing could be that they can start to again give you 1900, and then maybe with New York Stock Exchange they can give us that pump, right? But if they do want to obviously start rejecting the price again and they want to start selling the markets again, then they have no business breaking above this, right? That's why our entries will become valid above this area here. And otherwise this could just be an upper wick on the 4H. So it hasn't been triggered yet. We'll see what happens. If it gets triggered, we'll take it. But yeah, entry on the break of this 5 pips above, we should have a clean buy position. Again, if you guys are taking this with us, we only consider this a valid breakout once it breaks 5 pips above the highs of the previous 30 minutes, right? And again, if you are taking this, use your own broker prices, right? Don't use the trading view prices. Just like we use our own broker prices to kind of like look at these 5 pip breakouts. And yeah, you've got the range. Is again, it's not about how big the R2R is. It's not how big the SL is, my bad. It's about if we can kind of like take our 50% or the 40% within this range, and it seems like we can even after the 5 pip breakout entry. So yeah, I do like it. I really do like it. That would be your first level, and then after that you can kind of like let it run. If you get crazy runners, these runners can run all the way to the top set, right? There is that potential, guys. Again, hi boss, which gold chart is correct one to use? Well, I personally use FXCM. Every chart is correct. It's just every broker has different price, and there is just those differences in price. Other than that, all the charts are pretty much the same. Hi boss, I was wondering, what is the criteria of going in breaking previous 30-minute candle? Is it impulsive or you wait for 5-minute close? No, if it's a 30-minute breakout, then it's not impulsive. If it's a 15-minute breakout, then obviously it is impulsive, right? But 30-minute is a HTF confirmation because again, that's 2 15-minute candles. So yeah, on the 5 pip breakout, we actually do consider this a valid breakout. But again, not just a breakout as in like it has to break 5 pips above this for this to be a breakout, right? But yeah, HTF confirmation will be the 30-minute confirmation. So it makes it a valid entry, right? And they have no business kind of like breaking below the lows here now. If they want to sort of give you that aggressive move to the top side, then the lows here should be respected. It has no business going past it because they have retested these major levels. And again, this is that major monthly key level, which I did show you guys earlier. So if price does start to spike up from here, then yeah, should be a sustainable sort of low. And another thing which I can see setting up is, a breather candle here and the next 15-minute giving you a breakout. Then your SL be around 57 pips or so, 60 pips for. You've got another thing setting up as well, this downside play, but it depends. Let's see how the 15 minutes sort of closes, right? Because you've got two things setting up here for sure. We'll just wait for it to set up, give it another couple minutes. But yeah, this here is a valid entry. Takeover, bro. I'll be right back. Let me just go grab water. Okay.
Okay.
But make sure if this happens, give it a go, right? It's a valid entry. I'll be right back.
Okay, guys.
Let's try run up the 50 likes, man. By the time I come back, I want to see 50 likes on the stream, right? Okay? It'll help me psychologically, guys. I'll be right back.
It's gonna be a psychological move, that you guys gonna do on DA. Gonna give him 50 likes. Let's see. But yeah, guys, it's kind of a waiting game. We're waiting, and we enter on the trade, on our trade, because there's some trades that are not for us, like this sell position, like from the news sell, that's not a trade for us. That's a trade for the banks, for institutions, not for us, We kind of need to wait for the best entries. We have our playbook. We see, and yeah, when it shows up, we enter with no hesitation. we try the probabilities to be on our favor on every trade that we take, and yeah, we take it with no hesitation. If it go against us, it is what it is. But yeah, we have a very high win rate, very high win rate, because we actually stay out of the markets 90% of the times, you know. Our win rate is like about 85-90% win rate. That's crazy. We have some people here that follow us since the start, so you guys can ask. It's like we have, that was a time that we have like a 2-week winning streak, more than 2 weeks. That's crazy. And that's not with 100 pip stop losses and 10 pip take profits. That's actually like good risk reward, you know. So, waiting game. Let's see what this 4-hour can do for us. Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna give us a deeper bottom week, and then a drop, and then a pump. Yeah, our job is like kinda waiting for them big moves and enter with them, you know. We are not predicting nothing, you know. "30-minute breakouts are actually the best, because on the 50 minutes you kind of see some fake outs, you know. So it's always better to wait the 30-minute confirmations."
Yes, sir. That's correct. Because gold will form a lot of fake outs, right? So the issue is with fake outs, you don't want to. The way you can avoid fake outs is by waiting for that valid breakout, and a valid breakout will most likely be your 30-minute breakout, right? With 15 minutes, it's too intense, because there's too many fake outs, right? So you've got to look out for so many things when you're trading on the low time frames. And if you just want that one clean trade every single day, you can just wait for those HTF confirmations and take it when it shows up, right? So again, gold is actually still super bearish, which we can all see. It hasn't really given us our entry. It was just a rejection, but you never know. It can still just cause a fake out with the New York Stock Exchange, right? If the next 15-minute opens now and it starts to actually give you some sort of a closure above the 50% of this candle, then the NYSE can kind of open and start pumping, right? Because as long as the structure laws here are being respected, you technically are still respecting the higher highs and higher lows sort of structure, which is something gold will form if it wants to give you a pump, right? And again, one thing I can see is that this candle had to come down to give you that correction, right? So if now it gives you that correction and it starts to reject, then it makes it a valid sort of confirmation to the top side. Let me again look at the R2R. Can we secure our 50%? Yeah, we should be able to at least make it risk-free. So yeah, as long as we can make it risk-free, I'm willing to take it, and we should be able to make it risk-free. So that's what I like to see. And yeah, it's a very decent trade here. 5 pips below will be the SO 1904.06. Let's look at the 1H as well. Yeah, there you go. The correction is done now. We just need this to start rejecting and the next one to pump up. Looking at the 1H as well. Lovely stuff. Now we need this to start rejecting. Again, look at your 4H range. Again, remember, we are trading the 4H range now. So if we can get a rejection from the lows, we've got this whole trade, we've got this whole range to trade within now, right? 4H being a key level, you know, this 1904 being a key level and the 4H being a major candle, you know, it's a very important candle for us, right? This is the candle we usually trade during our session, so we always have to pay attention to this candle. So now if this candle here starts to reject, and you know, the next 15 minutes gives us some sort of a closure above the 50% range on this 4H candle, then guess what, most likely with the New York Stock Exchange open, it will give you a wick fill. And once the wick fill is done, either it will reject the wick fill or it will break the wick fill and start pumping. If it breaks the wick fill and it starts to pump, then that's our confirmation to look for this buy position again. And SOs will go below, because then it has no business breaking the lows over here, right? At the moment the lows are not really sustainable, that's why we haven't really entered anything. Now this could be the fake out candle. If this is a fake out candle, then we need it to start pumping above the highs of the previous candle, right? Kind of make this resistance candle invalid, because either this candle here holds as a resistance candle or it holds as a fake out candle. But we are anticipating this to be a fake out candle, and if it is a fake out candle, then guess what, it needs to start breaking the highs up here and it needs to start giving us this pump which we are anticipating, right? Because remember one more thing, guys, that we've got a major imbalance up here, right? Because of the crazy news flow that we had earlier, you know, price just dumped, right? So you got to understand they've left a major imbalance up there. So, you know, there is a very high chance that they will come all the way back up to retest this key level, right? So that's another confluence that we have. So, you know, all the confluences are there. We just, again, need this 4H to start rejecting now. It has given us a sustainable upwick and just give us that breakout up here, and so we can enter. So SOs go below this because it has no business breaking the lows now, right? It just needs to cause this fake out and start pumping. Makes it a valid entry in my opinion. So let's go. Everyone knows what we are looking for now. Whenever it goes down, let's execute without hesitation, because it's part of our playbook. It's part of one of the setups we take, right? So no hesitation. If it goes in our favor, we will all enjoy the profits together. If it goes against us, we will all manage our losses together, right? Because they can go either way. So again, always remember that, you know, price can always go against you as well. It's a game of probabilities. There are no certainties in the markets. We will take the highest probability trade, but again, the key word is probabilities. It's not certainties. There's always that chance that price can go against you. So that's why you just keep it very keep yourself humble and always have the right risk management, right? Always put on appropriate amount of risk. Again, the keyword being appropriate, I don't know, is really relative to your trading account. For us, it might be 5%, 10%. For you, it might be 1 to 2%, right? So always remember what the appropriate risk for you is, and then put that on. There we go. It's coming back up, coming back up, coming back up. If it gets triggered, let's give it a go. SO's 5 pip below the 30-minute lows, the current 30-minute lows. It has no business breaking below the lows anymore. Entry on the breakout. Yeah, lovely. Again, don't worry about how big the SO is, guys. It's about the R to R, right? SOs are very relative. Doesn't really matter. If it gets triggered up here, it gets triggered up here. You make it risk-free. As soon as this area here gets hit, you want to start making it risk-free, apply risk management. So let's see. Again, everything's there. It's part of the playbook. Everything is there. You have a clean range at least up till 1914. So we should not really have any sort of issues, right? You've got clean range at least up till 1914, 1915. So that's something I am anticipating gold to retest, right? If it gives you a break above here, it becomes a valid confirmation. Or using the 4H to you know, 4H is also one of our confluences, right? We know it gives you that one-sided play, so this could be your one-sided play with the 4H. On the break of this, I think the entry becomes valid now. And you want to apply risk management as soon as this area here gets retested, right? As soon as you see a retest of this level here, make it risk-free. You want to make this trade risk-free as ASAP because you've got the New York Stock Exchange open coming up, right? So keep that in your mind, guys. Again, guys, someone said if you drop a like on the stream, you will have extra luck. So drop a like on the stream for extra luck. 50 likes and we all have extra luck on the stream. So there we go. Everything is set now. We just need to wait for it to trigger our entry and let's give it a go, right? Again, remember I've mentioned that it can also go against you because it's a game of probabilities. There are no certainties. We're taking the best trade that we can take, right, as traders, but it can still go against you. And if it does, that's where you want to manage your positions, right? So always stay humble and keep that in your mind. Again, guys, drop a like for extra luck and let's give this a go. It's a very decent trade in my opinion. Because you're also getting the fake out now on the 15 minutes, right? There you go. It can give you a very aggressive breakout, so make sure you guys are paying attention to this because usually these breakouts, as soon as it gives you a breakout, it can give you like a 10 pip slippage. So make sure you pay attention to this, right? Don't get slippage, focus on this. Because a lot of the times with the 4H, it gives you that 10-20 pip breakout instantly. So make sure you guys don't get slippage. There you go. If you do take it, you guys all know when to apply risk management. It's coming up now. It's coming up. Price is coming up. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's coming up. Again, you want to make it risk-free. As soon as this level here gets hit, everyone knows the scenario now. Everyone knows what we are doing here. We spoke about this. If you guys do take it, good luck. Use your own broker prices to enter, and everyone understands where we need to make it risk-free, right? Apply the risk management as soon as this level here gets retested. That's your TP1 area. You want to secure profits here, make it risk-free, and let the rest just run. TP1. So yeah, let's see what happens now. It's all a waiting game, guys. Gold is loading up, guys. It is loading up. Fasten your seatbelts. It's about to skyrocket. It is loading up and it's about to skyrocket. Fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. It needs to give us a 5 pip breakout as mentioned earlier, and then the entry becomes valid. On the break of this area, 5 pip breakout, your entry becomes valid. So this is basically the entry point for us. If it starts to give us a retest up here, that would be the entry point for us. Fasten your seatbelts. Gold is about to skyrocket. It's about to go to the moon. So make sure you have fastened your seatbelts. Rest. That's it. That's it. That's it. Guys, start dropping some rocket emojis in the chat if you want gold to fly. I told you guys, start dropping some rocket emojis in the chat if you want gold to fly. It's loading up for sure though. We can see it's loading up. It is loading up. There we go. Gold is loading up now. Most likely as soon as we see a breakout here, it will start to skyrocket, and as soon as it skyrockets from this area here, 16 pips, this is a 16 pip range, and as soon as it skyrockets and hits 19, 12, 67, you want to apply risk management and make it risk free and secure some profits here, and then you've got plenty of range to the top side where you can just leave a partial position running, but you can take the risk off the trade, because as traders we want to make it risk free as soon as we can, right? Because if the trade goes in your direction, you make it risk free as soon as you can and you let the partials run. That's the beauty of trading. It allows you to take some of the risk off the table, right? There we go. Drop some rocket emojis in the chat, guys, if you want this to fly. Also drop a like as well. As I said, if we hit 50 likes, we will have extra luck on our side. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, guys. I think it's loading up, guys. I think this rocket ship is loading up. It's loading up, guys. I think it's about to fly straight to the moon now. Gold is about to fly straight to the moon. It is loading up, guys. Pay attention to this. Use your own broker prices. Apply risk management. As soon as it hits this key level of ours, 1912.67, you want to make it risk free. You will get a spike of around 16 pips, 17 pips, 18 pips, and you want to make it risk free. Again, apply risk management as soon as that takes place. Let's go gold. Let's skyrocket. Let's skyrocket. Let's skyrocket. Still waiting for this bad boy. Oh, it's happening now. You got very decent confirmation on this candle here as well, guys. Very decent confirmation now. It's a 30-minute confirmation on this candle. Really like it. It's not rejecting at all. There is literally no momentum to the downside. It's not like, you know, we are experiencing major rejections to the downside. There are no rejections to the downside. No bearish momentum. Okay, there we go. Again, as I said, there's a high chance that it can spike up very aggressively as soon as it's ready to spike up. So make sure you guys are, you know, super focused here, because you can miss out these entries if you're not paying attention to this, right? Oh, it's coming up now. It's coming up. There it is. There it is, guys. There it is. It's coming up now. Again, as soon as it spikes up, you want to make it risk-free. We have given you that key area where you want to make it risk-free. It's about 10 pips. This level here, you want to make it risk-free. 10 pips make it risk-free. Even a little bit below, really. 12.55. Yeah, make it risk-free here. Plenty of pips. No need to be greedy. It's minimum drawdown on this trade if it spikes up nicely. Still waiting for this to skyrocket. Still waiting for this to skyrocket. There it is, guys. It's picking up that momentum now. It is picking up that momentum now. Again, pay attention to this. It can break out very aggressively now. It has been loading. It's a skyrocket. It can skyrocket. It can break out very aggressively. So pay attention to it so you don't miss out on the entry. As soon as the entry becomes valid, it's your job to execute. Oh. Oh, it's loading. It's loading, guys. It is loading now. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's loading now. It's loading up, guys. It's loading up. It's loading up. All the confirmations are there. Confluences are there. Good luck, everyone, if you do give this a go. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. If you give this a go, good luck. All the confirmations are there. Every single thing is there, right? The rocket ship is loading up. Use your own broker prices to enter, not the trading view prices, because best believe you will get taken out if you use the trading view prices to enter. Use your own brokers. Don't use the trading view. We again just use trading view for rough analysis. Oh, skyrocket. It's gonna skyrocket now. I think the rocket ship is loading up, guys. The rocket ship is loading up. Can it give us this aggressive move? And we want this in the clean spike up so we can make it risk-free, right? That's all we need. Can we get this rocket ship quickly? Can we get this rocket ship quickly? Come on, gold. Give us this clean move to the top side. Allow us to secure some profits and make it risk-free. There it is. It's loading up. It's loading up. It's taking its time, but we can all see that it's loading up now. The rocket ship is loading up. All the confirmations are there. Confluences are there. It's a very high probability trade. Oh, it's loading up, guys. It is loading up. It is loading up. There it is. You guys can see it for yourself. It's loading up again. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. A little bit more. Let's go gold. A little bit more. Come on, come on. It's loading up, guys. You can see the rocket ship. Let's go. It's loading up. It's loading up. A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on, gold. Give us a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Give us a tiny bit more so we can make it risk-free. Because you got the New York Stock Exchange open coming up as well now. So with the NYSE is a tricky play. We need a nice rocket ship to the top side now. With NYSE is always a tricky play, right? You can always cause a fake out as well. So again, wait for your NYSE to also start behaving. But again, the confirmations are there. I don't see why this candle here will start breaking the lows now. It needs to kind of give us this clean pump to the top side as soon as the lows have been established, right? So again, everything is there. The confirmations are there. NYSE needs to just skyrocket now straight to the moon and give us this rocket ship. I really don't see the reason why this will reject now, right? All the confirmations are there. It just needs to go past our TP at this point. Okay, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading, guys. It's loading. It has given us an upper wick now. It just needs to give us this wick fill and break to the top side and make it risk-free as soon as it spikes up. This is the rocket ship. This is the rocket ship. This is the rocket ship. Let's go gold. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's gonna hit our TP1 as soon as it hits this level here, guys. As soon as it hits this level here. Again, this is your New York Stock Exchange open. Look at this rocket ship now. Again, guys, stop making it risk-free as soon as it starts to hit this level here. Apply risk management. Don't let this go against you. And you can always enter another position once the correction is done. Actually, you know what? It makes sense for you to even technically make it risk-free if this starts to kind of reject. Because you need to understand, right? This is the wick fill area. And so the minute it starts to go past it, it needs to give us this 5 pip breakout to the top side now. And make it risk-free. And this is the rocket ship. This is the rocket ship. It has given you plenty of profits now. So if you guys do want to apply risk management, you should be up more than 10 pips anyway if you took it down there, right? Because again, I don't know where the broker prices are. If you want to apply risk management now, you can. It's really up to you guys. But this is where you want to start securing some TPs up here. But if you want to apply risk management now, you can. Be my guest. It's really up to you guys. DSO, do you think it will pump to risk-free area? Well, you can make it risk-free even now, right? Again, as I said, guys, this is just for rough analysis. I cannot tell you exactly where the levels are. You will need to use your own broker prices because again, over here it shows that it has broken. It broke about how many pips? 13 pips, 14 pips, but I don't know how many pips is broken on your what's it called, brokers, right? So use your own brokers and mark out these levels on your brokers, calculate the ranges on your brokers, so only you know where the risk-free area is. These are just rough analysis, right? And this is your New York Stock Exchange open now. It has no business kind of like breaking the lows here, right? It needs to give us this pump to the top side. It has no business coming down because the previous candle gave us that confirmation. Now this is where we need a nice clean spike up with the New York Stock Exchange momentum. Again, the 4H is always a one-sided play. We understand that. We're using that as one of our confidence. Oh, it's gonna skyrocket, guys. It's gonna skyrocket as soon as it hits this level. Make it risk-free. There we go. There we go. Gold is loading up. It is about to skyrocket, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's skyrocketing. It is skyrocketing. It is skyrocketing. This is your New York Stock Exchange momentum. Again, I do recommend that you guys make it risk-free now because NYSE has given you oh snap, my bad. Make it risk-free, make it risk-free, make it risk-free, and let the rest run. Make it risk-free, let the rest run. At this point, because we can always enter on the next 15 minutes, if anything, make it risk-free. We need the NYSE momentum to just go past everything now. Make it risk-free. You should be up more than 10 pips anyway, right? Make it risk-free, let the rest run because we can always re-enter. I recommend that you make it risk-free because the NYSE has no business rejecting now. It needs to just give you that clean pump. So if it starts to reject, there is that possibility that they can give you a breakout. So I recommend make it risk-free. We can always re-enter on the next 15 minutes, right? But if you don't want to make it risk-free, then be my guest. Hold it. Is up to you. It's really up to you guys, whatever your risk appetite is. But if you do want to make it risk-free, I do recommend you make it risk-free now and re-enter on the next 15 minutes. because there is a possibility of a pullback on this candle here, right? It can give you a pullback all the way down to this level here. So once the pullback is done, you can always re-enter on the breakout, right? So it makes sense for you to kind of like make it risk-free, wait for the pullback, and then you can always re-enter. But if you want to hold this position, be my guest. Again, guys, use your own broker prices. Don't use TradingView, because TradingView will get you into trouble. Man, wait for this rocket ship, guys. Wait for this rocket ship. I've given you so many different scenarios, guys. Now it's all up to you guys. If you are in my private team, then you guys have our risk management, scaling, everything, right? You have different plans, but because on the YouTube live stream, I don't know what you guys are trading with in terms of the capital and everything. I can't really give you guys tips in terms of risk management. So again, use your own trading plans. Use your own broker prices, but this is a very nice trade. We just need this bad boy to start skyrocketing to the top side, right? It's a very nice, decent trade. So let's see, guys. Let's go. Goal to the moon. Goal to the moon. Everyone drop some rocket ships in the YouTube live chat because we want to see this bad boy fly straight to the moon. It is kind of slow at the moment. Usually with New York Stock Exchange, we get a crazy pump, man. So, you know, but I do recommend, again, you know, because your risk-free area kind of got tapped again. From here, the breakout took place and it pumped up 13-14 pips. You know, so again, I do recommend just taking it, making it risk-free, and then you can always re-enter the markets in the next 15 minutes. But as I said, look, it's a very decent criteria. All the confirmations are there. It depends on your risk appetite. Now, if you want to hold this, hold it. I make 2K, man. Nice, bro. Nice. Drop some W's in the chat as well, guys. Drop some W's in the chat. Again, you gotta understand there is news coming up at 3 as well, so I kind of don't want to be in this trade for too long. So if this does not play out in the, I would recommend, guys, just make it risk-free because you got news coming in as well. But it's really up to you guys. It depends on you, because with news you're gonna have some more momentum kicking in, and I don't want to have any open positions before news kicks in, because the slippage is gonna be insane. So if you guys can make it risk-free before news, I do recommend that you make it risk-free before news and you take some profits before news. Oh, it's gonna skyrocket. It's gonna skyrocket, guys. Look at this. Oh, look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. It's about to fly straight to the moon, guys. Drop a like on the stream. Drop some W's in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Look at this bad boy flying. What did I tell you guys? With the New York Stock Exchange open code, it's gonna fly. Let's go. It's hit the risk-free area. It's hit the TP1, guys. Drop some W's in the chat. Oh, look at this. What did I tell you guys? Gold's gonna fly to the moon today. It's gonna skyrocket. There it is, guys. Drop some W's. We don't take losses over here. Make it risk-free. Let the rest just run now. Again, the next target will be the 4H 50% area, the daily 50% area, and then once we go past that area, guys, oh boy, this can just go crazy, man. This can go crazy. How many likes do we have, Nuno? Did we hit 60 likes yet? Because we will give out another trade after news, but only if we have 60 likes. Do we have 60 likes though?
41.
Oh, come on, guys. 10 more likes to go. 50 likes. We'll make it easier for you guys. We've got another trade coming up, but let's go, man. Let's go. I told you guys it's going to skyrocket with NYSE. Told you it's going to skyrocket. Amazing play, man. Amazing play. Wow. Let's go. Drop some W's in the chat, guys. Let's go. Amazing, man. Look at this crazy play. Wow. Minimum drawdown as well. This is what we love to see. Minimum drawdown, straight to the money. Make it risk-free. Let the rest just kind of run. Again, guys, make it risk-free. Let the rest run. At this point, no one should go into drawdown. You've secured more than how many pips on this now? On the breakout, it's almost 20 pips this play. And at this point, make it risk-free, and we'll look for something after news kicks in, right? Make it risk-free at this point. 20 pips on the first trade taken. Did you guys see why we were waiting for this? And like, we kind of had to time it, right? It's all about the timing when it comes to trading the Forex markets, right? You remember, see, we timed it with the New York Stock Exchange momentum, and it gave you minimum pullback, and we understand the behavior of the markets with the 4 hour, right? It gives you a very one-sided play, guys. And look at this now, minimum pullback. Oh, let's go. Look at this bad boy. Oh, Let's go, guys. Your main TP area is this area here, guys. This is your main TP. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this. Look at gold flying. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at this flying, guys. What did I tell you guys? It's gonna go crazy today. I told you gold's gonna start flying today. Wow. Start securing some more profits, guys. Start securing some more profits. Let's go. Minimum drawdown. Literally no drawdown whatsoever. Minimum pullback straight to the TP. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff, guys. Lovely stuff, man. Crazy play. Crazy play once again today. Wow. Crazy. I told you guys it was going to skyrocket, and there it is. Do we have 50 likes yet? Because we've got news coming in soon, you know. We kind of do need to start, you know, see if we want to keep the live stream going or if we want to end the session here. Depends if we have 50 likes, you know. Do we have 50 likes yet?
No, five more.
Guys, let's drop some W's in the chat at least. I want to make a nice Insta video. Let me know how much money you guys have made. And let's spam the chat with W's, okay? Let's all spam W's in the YouTube live chat, please. I want to make a nice, clean Insta video. I want to see everyone on here spamming W's. So type W's in the chat, please. Let's do this. Oh, look at gold flying, guys. It's gone past all of our key levels. Crazy, crazy, crazy play. Wow, look at this. Look at this flying. Wow. Let's go. 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 Let's go, team. Let's go. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy play. Crazy play. You know 50% secure?
No, be here, bro.
Nice, nice.
It was like 6 pips from there.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, bro, it's speed.
Nice, let's go, man. Let's go. Crazy play today, man. Told you guys it was gonna fly to that daily 50% area, and now at this point, the sky's the limit, man. The sky is the limit. How many pips have we caught on this? Your main TP area is here, by the way. This was the TP2 area, and so now you let the rest just run, guys. Oof. TP2 area, let the rest just run at this point now. Oh, crazy play, man. What a crazy play. 38 pips. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy play. That's what we like to see, team. That's what we like to see. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. New York Stock Exchange momentum with the new 4H. This is what you like to see. This is what we like to see. New York Stock Exchange momentum with the new 4H, 2 major confluences, 2 major confirmations, and we took it straight to the moon. I did tell you guys this level here will get hit. This was the TP level, and it has been hit now. And there you go. Crazy play, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy play. Crazy play. At this point, this move is kind of done at this point, really, to be fair. Now something will set up, but right after news. Until then, yeah, that's it. Your move is pretty much done now. Amazing, man. Amazing play. Honestly, amazing play. Crazy, crazy pump on gold. Crazy pump. Looks like it will hit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Crazy pump, man. Crazy pump, bro. Insane, bro. Insane pump. And yeah, you've got news coming in soon as well. So with news, we will get more volatility in the markets, guys. So guys, if you got any questions for us in the YouTube live chat, go ahead and ask us those questions. Also, do you guys now understand why we took this buy position? Off to work. Catch you tomorrow. Thanks for today. Amazing, Samir. Have a great day, my brother. Take it, take it. Do you guys understand how many pips was that? This breakout was 38 pips, around 38 pips or so. So guys, do you understand why we stayed out of the markets the whole time? And you see the way we timed the markets with the New York Stock Exchange and the new 4H. You guys see it, right? That's kind of how trading. That's what you call trading, right? You have to time the markets basically, and that's how it goes, guys. That's the name. That's the business, right? You kind of have to stay out of the markets for as long as you can, and you have to time it when the opportunity is there, right? Buy gold now. Hey guys, we got someone in the chat giving our buy signal again. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does now. Amazing play so far. Amazing play. That's the move done. We've retested the daily 50% area. That's the play done. Now either you see a sell position playing out next, or again a breakout, which I have mentioned. If they start to break past this area, then you've got breakout appearing up to the daily highs. But if they start to break below the lows, then you've got sell-off appearing, right? Do you mean inputting your price on your broker price when you use your broker? Yeah, you have to use your own broker price, I mean, you know, to enter or exit the markets. Because look, imagine if you use our broker prices, maybe we haven't entered the markets, but you have. That's going to be really bad for you, right? So you have to use your own broker prices basically to enter the markets, because everyone has different targets, right? Very nice session here, guys, on the stream. I think I'll be calling it a session. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. Very successful trade here. We will catch up with you guys tomorrow now. We'll probably host a session for our private members now for the next hour or so. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Really appreciate every one of you guys. Drop W's, drop likes on the stream as well. Look at this bad boy just flying. Ooh, I think it's just going to skyrocket once again, guys. It's going to go past everything, isn't it? Damn, let's look at this. Let's look at this bad boy just flying, man. Crazy. Crazy pump. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this flying. It hasn't even given you any drawdown at this point, has it? Crazy, man. Crazy play. But anyway, guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow as well. Join the Discord. You know, do you want to drop the Discord link in the chat? And we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a blessed day. See you tomorrow. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.